time of yesterday's birthday bash on the party bus. Grab your coffee because this is going to be a long one. Cheers. First and foremost, I want to give a big shout out to Central Coast Limousine for making this possible, because without you guys, I wouldn't be able to pull this off. To be honest, guys, I didn't have anything planned. I planned this a night before, okay? So I was laying in bed and something clicked in my mind. When I can't sleep, like just ideas start popping in my head and I'm like, oh my God, let's get a party bus. And I remember that a friend had recommended me to Central Coast Executive Limousine. And I'm like, you know what? If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. So I'm like, okay, let's just message them. No pasa nada, you know? And I messaged them and I'm like, hey, this and that. And early in the morning, they messaged me like, yeah, we got you. And I'm like, what? I was literally jumping here in my studio. I was so happy. My kids like, what's going on? I'm like, we're getting a party bus. I'm gonna surprise Myrna. I start calling my friends and I'm like, you need to move your schedule. You need to move your schedule. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we need to make this happen. And it's gonna be so much fun. Some of my friends are like, no, we cannot come. I have to work. I have things to do. So I'm like, okay, whoever comes and shows up, shows up. And if you don't show up, you're gonna miss it, okay? And I'm like, this is like once in a lifetime, okay? So I'm looking on TikTok, different, ideas and reels and TikToks and stuff. And they had this big old sign, like, like the bartender, like the bottle serving sign. And I'm like, we gotta get it. Like, that has to be the highlight of the day. Mind you, the brunch was the day after. Like, I didn't have time to go on Amazon or whatever and order it like overnight. Like, it wasn't gonna get here. Me being a crafter, I used to be a crafter for over 10 plus years. This used to be my craft room before I turned it into my blogging studio. And so that day, I had a full day planned out, because usually when I go out, I also like to have a day specifically for my kids, because I don't like being selfish. Like, I don't want to just be me, and not them. So I try to incorporate them like on their own day. So I already had a day planned out, movies, ice cream, and so on. So I'm here at the movies, like planning this whole thing out. Actually created the sign and I sent it off to get print out. Then they lost the order, or the order didn't, something happened with the order. Mind you, I got an email and I told them I got the confirmation email that it went through, but for some reason the system didn't get it. It didn't get printed out, so I had to resubmit it. And it was already late in the afternoon. I'm like, are you guys gonna be able to print it? So finally it got printed out. I came home, I cooked dinner for my kids and my husband. I left them here and I ran to the store. I went to go get the Patron bottle, the glasses, the juice, everything that I needed to make this possible. Then I ran home. I started working on the sign. Luckily, my daughter helped me with it. She was helping me open everything up, put all the lights and so on, glue this, glue that, and we made it happen. We got the sign done. Actually, I'm gonna be creating a video showing you guys how I made the sign, in case you guys want to create one for your own. It wasn't like the best sign, but it was doable. Like, for it being like a last minute project, it turned out amazing. So the day finally arrives. I could not sleep at night. I was so excited. If you guys watch my post, you guys know I posted on my Snap and my stories that feeling when you're so excited that you can't sleep. So that was me. I think I only had like 2 or 3 hours of sleep, because I was just so excited. I wanted to make sure that everything turned out good and that Myrna was gonna be surprised. Mind you, I didn't tell none of her family members. I didn't tell her boyfriend. I actually was planning on blocking her on social media and then posting it, but then I'm like, I know there's snitches out there and they're gonna snitch it to her and they're gonna ruin the surprise. And I'm like, no, I want to make sure that she's fully surprised. So I told the girls, you better not post anything, you better not say anything. It's not leaving out of the chat room, okay? It's just between us. I got myself ready. I got all the supplies that I needed out on the couch, because I wanted to make sure that nothing was left behind. Finally, the limo arrived and I messaged the girls, where are you at? One's like, I'm barely finishing with work. And I'm like, hurry up. They're like, we'll meet you over there. I'm like, no, we'll just rather wait, because I want to make sure that we all get there on time and we surprise Myrna, because it's not going to be fun if only 1 or 2 of us arrive, okay? I'm like, no, let's just wait. So they were like 15-20 minutes late. It was fine, because I told Myrna, I'm going to pick you up at this time. And sure thing, it was like right on time. I'm the party planner, guys. When I do an event or when I create a party, like, I want to make sure that everything is down to the T. Like, I am so specifically on my things. Like, I'm my biggest critic, to be honest. That's why I don't like letting other people do things things for me because I like it a certain way. So that's why I rather do it myself, because I know it's getting done. So we arrived at Myrna's house, and I told the gentleman, when you see her coming to our house, open the van door. That way we can start screaming with the sign and everything and tell her happy birthday. And sure thing, when she was coming out, she had no clue what was going on. Like, she's like, what's going on? They opened the van door and she sees that. She starts screaming. She didn't even know what to react. And I'm like, happy birthday! And the music blasting in the back. It was iconic. Her reaction, let me tell you, it was amazing. Exactly what I wanted. And so yeah, you know, that's how I treat my friends. If you're my friend, if you're in my circle, I always try to go over and beyond, make you feel special. That's how it should be. I like to treat them well. So they know how I am. I'm extra. I'm that friend that is extra. Like, I'm a gifter. I love giving things to people. Yes, I love receiving things. I'm not gonna lie, but I get the satisfaction of giving people things. That's just how we are. And so we had planned to go to the Anderson Winery or Anderson Paso or something like that, but it turns out that they're closed on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and we were bummed out. So we had to do a plan B, and our plan was to go to Agape. That is our favorite location for breakfast and lunch. Let me tell you, whatever you order on the menu is amazing. And I was craving my birria chilaquiles, so I'm like, without a doubt, let's go to Agape. So we did. Food was delicious as always, and service was amazing too. After that, we went to a couple wineries and wish we had more time, but some of the girls had to go back because they had to go to work. So I told them we gotta plan a next time, which we are. We're already planning our next trip because it was that amazing. But this time we're gonna plan it out ahead of time. Like, we're gonna make sure that we plan everything down to a T with time, not a day before. So yep, that is our little adventure, and I'm so glad that all the girls had a fun time. And thank you once again to all the girls and to Central Coast Executive Limousine for making this birthday bash one to remember. If you guys ever need to book them, you already know. Make sure you follow me on all my platforms, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Cheers, take care.